Ameen. Subhanahu huwa alimul hakim. In this blessed month of the holy month of Safar, and Subhanahu alimul hakim, glory be to the all-knowing and all-wise, the one whom gives as a gift wisdom to the seekers of Divinely knowledges. And this month of journeying through the cave and the cave of knowledges, the cave of the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad, it takes us now to the teachings of Sayyidina Zul Qarnayn, and for us a reminder that when we run from oppression in life and run to the cave of safety, and that Allah set our affairs in order, and running from the badness of the character of dunya people, running towards the heavenly cave and heavenly character. Then Allah gives us, because Surat Al-Kahf is very much a playbook for the tariqas. Then if we're going to be from the people of the cave, then Allah wants us to understand the manners of how to accompany this reality, and teaches us the reality of Sayyidina Khidr whom is operating from the command, but more importantly from the will of the Divine, the will of Sayyidina Muhammad. And that's not something easy for ulul amr to understand, because under Prophet all Prophets are considered ulul amr. Ati'ullah wa ati' Rasul is finished. Every other Prophet of Bani Israel is ulul amr, because they take the amr and the command of Prophet. There is not above that. And as a result of the ulul amr from the highest of these great Prophets, Allah sends one of His servants, and clearly this servant operates from Divine will. Because Sayyidina Musa not understanding his amr, didn't understand his commands, that what command you get that this boat is to be shattered, and that this soul is to depart, and that we build things without asking a fee. And we went to that whole reality, and if we traverse and we succeed in the understanding that my mind not going to understand these guides, and with my eyes I'm not going to try to judge it, and I'm only going to pray for patience to understand it. And as a result it's 100% built on tafakkur and contemplation. Without contemplation there is no path. It's not an external path, it's an internal path. That's why Allah gives the example of Sayyidina Khidr, and people don't even mention that Sayyidina Khidr was not visible. But they tell you that you can meet Sayyidina Khidr, that on Eid he meets everyone, so be careful of your manners, and he's going to shake your hands and make sure you have good character. They have all the stories, but they don't go to say that Sayyidina Khidr is not visible with physical eyes, and his visibility is through your heart and good character. And many stories of awliya giving examples how if you have good character you see him. If you don't have good character you don't see anything. As a result of that reality means then it's based on tafakkur. So when Sayyidina Musa was moving fast he missed him, he missed the sign, he missed the guide that he was looking for, a guide that would develop a rushd, means a way of maturity, but more than that, Muhammadan haqqaiqs and realities. That he wanted a Muhammadan haqqaiq, Muhammadan realities that were between the two rivers of La ilaha illallah, who Muhammadun Rasulullah. He wanted the knowledge of the who. And that's why they have the unspoken word Yahu, Yahweh. They are not to speak it, and Allah commanded us to speak it. They're not to say Yahweh. But Allah ordered for us, Qulhu, say it, because this is the favoured nation of Allah, the caretakers of humanity and the pole of guidance. When the world becomes misguided, the Islamic pole holds everything firm. Bi'izzatullah wa izzati Rasul, and izzatul mu'mineen that are upon this earth holding firm the deen of the heavens, the religion of the heavens. With this we come to the reality of Sayyidina Zulqarnain that if we traverse, and Allah gives, doesn't matter what the high station, what the high title is, there's no titles for Allah, these are titles that people want to make. Even within the tariqah these are titles, but to Allah it doesn't mean anything in this example. Why? Because Kalimullah is going to learn from Abdullah, one of His servants. So Allah gives from the highest example that if we want to reach to these knowledges, if we come through this testing, come through this reality, now we have to have a Zulqarnain character in which he's clearly spiritual. His traversing, his movements are not of a physical dimension. The way in which he moves to the west, moves to the east and moves into the middle. So it means this is now the world of malakut and the operation of awliya, because this was the tarbiyah of the school of awliya, that if we come out not like Sayyidina Musa, but we're supposed to graduate like Sayyidina Khidr, the Muhammadan representative. That how to come to this character that follow the command and they operate within the will of Prophet because of the proximity, the love and the ishq they have for Sayyidina Muhammad, they exist within that vibration of that reality. And Allah gives then this noble character. The Zulqarnain means that he has control of mulk wa malakut. Comes across again the sun, because this is Shams al-Arifin, this is the way of the sun, because the sun symbolizes eternity for our creation. Allah says, I show you on the horizon, I show you within yourself. On the horizon the example of eternity is what? The sun. It has always been there. It's the same sun for all the Prophets. You cannot say that about the earth, on the trees or the city you live in. There's many cities have gone, many trees have gone, but the sign of something eternal that has always been shining upon the inhabitants of this earth is the sun. And Allah gives to an example, then be like the light, and the eternity of that light and that eternal reality is always shining, always luminous, and is a timeless reality. This spirit